It started when I was all alone in my room. Another bad day, so I was just trying to lay down in bed. For a bit and get some rest, I laid on my side and looked at my window. And I swear that it was a different shade of gray than it usually was. However, I paid no mind to it, as I had just assumed that I was seeing things due to my somber suffering. It was sort of like that at first, a few small illusions that could be disregarded as your mind playing tricks on you. But then my walls began to contort, warping and folding in on themselves as if they were alive. My heart raced as the room twisted, bending in ways it should never have. I tried to move to scream, but the air grew thick and heavy, suffocating my breath. One of the walls stretched forward at me, a jagged blur that rushed towards my face. There was no time to react, and before I could comprehend what was happening, it struck me, and everything went black. When I woke, I was no longer in my home. I was in a place I could never have imagined. The ground beneath me was cold and unforgiving, the sky above painted with an unsettling hue. I had no idea how I got there or why, but the emptiness around me felt like a warning. That was where I first encountered it, and the first time it put me through one of its games, which I personally called the games of hell. There was nobody else except playing for me and a strange figure with a hockey mask on. He walked towards me, machete in hand, and kept whacking me until there was none left of me to be recognized. He kept me trapped in its home for so long that I grew numb to its torment. My greatest regret is letting it realize that once it understood there was no more value to be gained in me, it wasted no time in tearing me apart. That was when I ceased to exist. It turned me from someone into no one, and yet I still breathed, I still felt, still thought, still did everything I believed I couldn't. I was alive, but I was no longer myself. That's when I began to study, even though I didn't want to. I couldn't do anything but observe. Not yet. At least for the sake of my studies, I decided to title it The Spectre.
His name was David. He was far too young to be sentenced to a painful eternity, but it did not care. It only wanted power.